Should you wear a brace if you have tennis elbow? The short answer is yes, but only while you're on the tennis court or the golf course, or for short periods while doing heavy physical work, not the rest of the time. Hi, this is Alan Willett from Body and Balance. And wearing a brace around all the time is another big mistake that tennis and golfers' elbow sufferers make every day that can actually slow your recovery and do you more harm than good. Unknowingly, of course, because you usually feel better while you're wearing a brace band or support, but this is usually just a mirage that evaporates the minute you take it off and try to use your arm normally again. I call these three big mistakes the triple trap, and I'd like to help you avoid getting caught in it or get out if you're stuck there. So the question is, well, why doesn't immobilization with a brace or support the healing of tennis or golfer's elbow? It seems like such a reasonable thing to do, right? At first glance, your elbow's hurting, you realize you have an injury, turns out it's tennis elbow, so you put a brace on it and you wear it around all day and it feels better for a while. Meanwhile, you're probably numbing the heck out of it with ice and pills, of course, but then you stop wearing it several weeks later thinking your tennis elbow's healed, and you find out it's just as bad as ever, if not worse. Well, what went wrong? Wearing a brace is what the common medical wisdom tells you to do after all. The problem here is that tennis elbow is usually not the kind of injury that benefits from being bound up and immobilized with some kind of restrictive support for days or weeks on end. It would make sense if you had a major tear in your tendon or fracture, but the vast majority of tennis elbow sufferers don't have a tear, and they certainly don't have a fracture. Yes, it is a tendon injury, but the nature of the injury is usually a slow degenerative process. It's got more in common with hardening of the arteries than it does with a tear or fracture. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details about that in this short video. You can learn more by reading my full article. Just look for the link to it above or below this video. What the typical golfer's or tennis elbow tendon injury needs is a lot of circulation and gentle movement to heal, not immobilization, restriction, and stagnation. Muscles and tendons need a certain amount of gentle movement in order to heal properly in general. If they're immobilized for too long, when there's no tear that necessitates it, there's a risk that adhesions will form and further restrict your muscles and tendons. In addition to impeding circulation, mobilization also reduces the lymph flow, generally contributing to stagnation in the tissues in the area, which is the last thing you want if your priority is healing. However, if you choose to continue playing golf or tennis while you're recovering, you may want to wear a brace to protect your injury from the impact stresses and other forces that could worsen it. Or wear one as you're getting back into playing again after taking time off to allow your injury to heal. But take it off the minute you step off the course or the court. You don't need protection from working on your computer or chopping vegetables or doing the laundry or other low-intensity things around the house. Just the high-impact, high-intensity stuff. If you're weed whacking or you're hammering, doing that kind of thing. So the bottom line is that these supports don't actually support the healing of this kind of tendon injury, but they can help protect you from worsening your injury when you're engaging in high-risk, high-tension, high-impact activities for short periods. Just that wearing one for long periods while doing low-intensity activities or while resting or sleeping carries too much risk of restricting blood flow, not allowing enough gentle movement, and that's all essential to healing. And it could encourage sticky adhesions to form in your tissues. It's a lot like scar tissue, but technically different. And that's one of the main causes of tennis and golfer's elbow from my perspective in the first place. Again, learn more by reading my full article on braces and supports. Just follow the link to my site you'll find above or below or at the end of this video. And while you're there, I have a free video course you can sign up for called Tennis Elbow 101. It will help you gain a better perspective and understanding of this stubborn, frustrating injury and help put you on the right track to treating it. I'll put a direct link into it above or below this video as well, in case you just want to go straight there. And if you happen to live in Marin, Napa, or Sonoma County, California, that's where my practice is, so I may be able to help you in person. My approach to treating tennis and golfer's elbow, it's all hands-on. I'm a neuromuscular therapist, and I specialize in treating muscles and tendons with advanced techniques that involve physical manipulation by hand. Think massage therapy, but a lot more advanced and precise. And if you haven't had any thorough, precise, hands-on therapy for your tennis elbow yet, then I'm confident you'll find and agree that this is the link you've been missing. Now, I'm not a physical therapist, so no doctor's referral is necessary, and insurance doesn't apply, but the upside is that I'm not under that increasingly leaky allopathic medical umbrella. And I have been able to help most golfers and tennis elbow sufferers over the past 15 years that I've been specializing in these problems. I also have what I believe is the best tennis elbow and golfer's elbow video self-help program online, which you can do at home to complement the treatment you receive here at Body and Balance. And the good news is that even if you don't live in the Marin, Napa, Sonoma County area near my practice, and you don't want to travel here, you can still enroll in my tennis elbow classroom and use my programs at home to treat yourself. Again, just follow the links above, below, or at the end of this video. And here's to breaking your vicious tennis elbow cycle.